us, like, I'm going to bed at 6:45. I'm gonna sleep. I'm gonna get 12 hours of sleep tonight and only be here for half the time. But see, that was my motto, because math and science, like, you're not gonna get me. I won the University of Washington Science Fair 3 years in a row.
Okay.
You're not gonna beat me in math and science. And so if I was well rested in class, I didn't have to study and I didn't have to do no homework, because I could hear what was being said and taught, and it would go right in my brain, and I could regurgitate it on the test. Like, I could give it back to you. And I understand calculus and chemistry and physics so well that I didn't need to study.
And see, some people don't understand that they may have to do more, but they trying to run your race, but they can't run the same race you can run. You got some people, that's a perfect example. Like with my son and daughter, I told my son, I said, your sister has abilities that you might not have, but both of y'all got to run the same path. So you can't run her race and she can't run yours. And sometimes people get caught up in that, they're trying to do what they want to do at the same time. They mad that it might come easier for you, and they can't get over that.
I tell people all the time, like, I went to college to be an athlete. I didn't go to college for education. I wanted to get a good education, but I wasn't in college for education. I was in college for athletics.
Right.
And so for me, it was more important for me to sleep all night, get up and run in the morning, because I told them, I said, well, dude, I got up every morning at 5 and went and ran. They're like, yeah, we woke up when your alarm clock went off. And I felt bad hearing it, but I also know, like, my mantra for 2 years at the Naval Academy was, I'm a pirate. Yeah. Like, if you come over here, I might act like a pirate on you, okay? So people weren't really like my roommate. I remember one time I had to dry my feet off on the sink. I put my foot on the sink to dry off my leg. And he said, hey, Jake, we got to brush our teeth in that sink. Can you stop putting your foot up there? And I remember I was like, oh, absolutely. My bad. I'm sorry, right? Because I'm not a hard dude to live with. But, like, just hearing that, man, like, made me say, damn, like, I was scarring people, not even trying to scar them, right?
Because you was living your life and not really trying to, you were focused on your goals. And sometimes, and that's a lot of times that happens. It's like, perfect example. I have medical students that I work with. Yep. And I tell them that you're going to have to miss events if you want to be a successful doctor and be able to get through medical school. You have to not go out with your significant other. You're going to have to live in that grind of books, and you have to be perfectly okay with that. And the people, your village has to be okay with it, or you know what? You have to leave them, because in order for you to be a doctor, you got to do those things. So you can't do everything.
So right along those lines, right, I talk about the hole, okay? So in my village, we dig a hole, we get in that hole, okay? When we come out minted, we climb out that hole. But when we're in that hole, we don't have no distraction. We don't have no cell phone. We don't have no friends. You may have a couple people that you talk to from time to time, but I'm in that hole, man. I know what I got to do. I know what I got to do to pass SEAL training. My mom, this is crazy. My mom told me that I arrived in San Diego and I called her. She said the next phone call, the next communication they had from me was 10 months later, telling her I would be graduating on the 26th of June.
People will take that as, I don't love you, or you're not there for, you're not there for me, and more so of not understanding that what you have to do in order for you to get to where you will and go.
Dude, all I did was train, eat, and recover, sleep. I was the OIC of a SEAL team class. I didn't do Christmas. I can remember Christmas. I was in the barracks. I said, oh yeah, we got 4 days off. I went for some speed work and I slept. And I stayed in that hole. But there's a reason I'm the 5th Black SEAL officer in the history of the SEAL teams.
Yeah,